Hello and welcome to Harrow Park Model Railway. Today we're looking at the R51 and the R52. The R51, which is the one you're looking at now, came out in 1952. It was based on the 1949 Trackmaster locomotive based on the N2 from the London North Eastern Railway. Triang was desperate for locomotives for their range, and they only had the Princess up until this time, so they bought up the rights and the production rights to the Trackmaster locomotive, which is this one here, and several Trackmaster goods trucks, coal trucks, clothes vans, and that tied them over until the Jinty came out in June 1953. But this one was based, there you see the Mark IIA couplings, the very first coupling that Triang produced themselves. That came out about May 52, so that probably dates it about this time. It was die cast, and it was die cast at the Morton factory in South Wales, which was used for dinky cars. It was the only die-cast locomotive that Triang used. It's got the, although I do think the coal is actually plastic in the back, and it's got the British Railways 1948 writing on it, which the first 100 Jintys or so used the transfers from this locomotive because the British Railways emblem had failed to arrive by the time production started. This particular locomotive, the R51, was only clockwork. It was never available with a motor, and it only went forwards. It never had a reverse on it. Mine is actually missing, I'll turn it over, it's missing the spring, so it's totally freewheeling, but I wanted to have one of these even if it was not in a working condition, because it makes the Triang locomotives, fills all the gaps, fills up a gap in the Triang locomotive story. I actually use it because it's only got the one coupling at the back and it doesn't have a coupling at the front. I use it for double heading because it's, look, if you see, it's totally freewheeling. So it gives her no restrictions whatsoever if it's pushed. So placing like a Jinty or a British Standard or whatever behind it, I can use it as a double header. Otherwise, it just sits on a siding. I've actually got a siding with some Trackmaster track where I keep the clockwork locomotives on. That was the R51. Triang got away with it binned it fairly quickly, about 2 or 3 years after it had started being used. It was actually the last version actually had the British Railways emblem on it. Right, that was that one. We'll take that one out of the way. And now we're going to the R52. They were desperate for a new locomotive, and what a better idea. They couldn't have had a better idea than to actually produce a 6-wheeled tank engine, because a tank engine was so versatile at that time. It could be used on light passenger trains, because of the heavy passenger trains you had the Princess, but the light passenger trains, it filled that role. Plus you could use it for goods locomotives, goods trains, as a goods locomotive. So it was quite versatile in the mixed traffic range. This one, it's got plastic safety valves. It's made of cellulose acetate plastic, which is why it's warped. It's got the Mark IIA couplings, both front and rear, which dates this one from about June 53, up until about December 53. So the first 6 months that the Jinty was available, based on the LMS Jinty there. Right. Is that heat printed? I think that's heat printed on there. That was the first version that came out in 1953. Then the next version, what have we got now? The next version I've got came out in 1954. And this is the 1954 version. The transfers are different on at the bunker end. The numbers are a lot smaller. It's got the weights on the, where's my marker? It's got the weights on the bottom of the couplings, and also this part that's cut out on the first version is not cut out now. It's complete plastic. Perhaps it made the molding a lot easier. This one here, I'll put it in front. This one here, it's got that piece cut out, and what you actually see there is not part of the mold, but it's part of the chassis underneath. They've done away with that by 1953, and it's still cellulose acetate, but like I say, it's got the slightly later couplings, and it's got different transfers on here, a lot better quality, and the number here is smaller. That brings us to 1954. I'll show you the top. So the top here, you can see the warped a bit there, and there from the other side, and then the bottom. There. All these locomotives run well. That's the 1954 version, and now we're at 1956. By 1956, we've still got the same couplings as before, because the Mark III couplings didn't come out until 1959. But this time, what have we got different? We got lining for the first time here, and lining here, which makes it truly a mixed traffic locomotive used for passengers and goods. It's got brass safety valves here. The plastics are better quality. It's polystyrene now. It's polystyrene now instead of cellulose acetate. The plastics are much better quality, and the brass valves. Right. Then the next version I've got is 1959. Now, what have we got here that's different? We've now got the 1959 couplings. Oh, I'll put it there. Right. We've got the 1959 couplings now. What also has changed? Let's bring the old one back again. Right. We had the early version of the British Railways emblem. Now we've got the later version that came out about 1956 or so. Still the same safety valves. Otherwise, not much more different. This one's got the screw in the side here and not down the chimney as in the others. And that means that this one has got synchronized smoke. This one's got a smoke unit in it. So we've got a smoke unit, we've got better couplings, and the plastics have a better quality. So I'll put that one away. And now we got the 1964 version. What's happened now? Right. We've now got the more improved later version of the safety valves. If I put this one on top, you can see the difference in the safety valves. This one, the one up there is more chunky, and the one down there is more streamlined. What also we got the it's not, although it's a bit damaged there, the emblem is smaller, and it's got synchro smoke again. It's missing on this side though. Otherwise, not much difference, but 1964, and this is basically the way it was right through to the end of production in 1975. So it ran about 9 years in this form. There are 3 other versions which were only used in sets. This one's from 1966, and this 1966-67 period, and it's made in a khaki plastic. And this one was used in the Battle Space set. I think it was called the Defender, and it's used in the Battle Space set all through to the late 60s, and made in khaki. It's actually very pliable, the plastic. It's not brittle. Again, it could be fitted with a smoke unit. Yes, it's got the SS on here for smoke system, and only used in one set over a period of a couple of years, and not available as a solo model. But that was 1966. We then jump forward to 1970, and then we got this version, again with a smoke unit fitted. This one is the LMS version, and see the streamlined valves there. Mark III couplings are standard. Still got the same sort of pickups as before. Oh, the yellow dots on here are mine. One dot means it's been serviced and qualified to run on the layout. And the second one means that it's got a smoke unit fitted that works. You can just see the smoke unit inside there a little bit, actually. Right. Well, that's it. That one came out in 1970 and ran for several years, I think to 74, I think, actually. And then we got one that's available in a set from 1971. And that's this one in ochre and black, which is the Railway Children set, which came out in 1971 and was re-released in 1972. It was only available in the one set, and it's fairly difficult to find as a standalone model because it was not produced as a solo machine, a solo locomotive. Each one of these would have been released only in a Railway Children train set. So that's fairly difficult to find. Then we got this one from 1970, what's this one? 1973. And that's this one. This was available in a type of starter set. There was 2 Celestri coaches in red with white roofs. And this locomotive was released with it in this livery, 2021. I actually use it as a station pilot, as a type of industrial locomotive. Only available in one set and extremely difficult to find. That was that one. And then we jump forward to a totally remake of the Jinty, and this one's from 1978. This one's from 1978, and totally remake. If I put this one up against it, you can see that they've oh, it's difficult to see. I'll do it this way. You can see that they've actually extended the locomotive. The one at the top is slightly longer now, and lots of the details have been improved. We're turning around. You can see there's this pump on the side here, which is not available in the early version. Loads of room in the cab now, where you could actually take the cab apart and actually put a crew in there. So vast improvement. The driving wheels are the actual front wheels. The motor is put fairly forward so that there's room in the cab. So the driving wheels are actually the front wheels now. Same time as this one came out, that was in 1978, there was a maroon one with this number on it, which is, although it never appeared in this livery apart from a heritage site, this one came out at the same time as the black version. Again, we turn it over. See the pump there that is available on the black one. But this one, although I thought it was 1978 when I bought it, is actually 1988. The difference being is that the motor's got smaller now and the driving wheels are back to the middle. It's got middle driving wheels, whereas the 1988 version had the driving wheels at the front. That was 1978, and this one is 1988. That's the 9 versions of the Jinty that I have from 1953 through to 1988. Right. That was totally unrehearsed, but we got through it easy enough. And I would like to say thank you for having a look. And tomorrow, next couple of days, I'll try to get part 3 organised from Triang Locomotives, the history of. Okay, then I'll say bye-bye for now and see you again. Bye-bye.